Hi, I'm Audrey, the host of My Tar Heel Adventures. Every Friday we visit a new town in North Carolina to give you an inside peek at our beautiful state. Today we're in Sanford, North Carolina. We'll be exploring the Downtown Mural Trail, stopping by a local restaurant, and then meeting up with a small business owner. So stay tuned for an all-new My Tar Heel Adventures. Hi guys, we're here on Charlie Watson Lane and we're here with the Public Art Coordinator, Liz. Super excited to be here, Liz.
Good.
Can you tell us a little bit about the mural and the art behind us?
Well, behind us is our butterfly wings, and that is an interactive piece of art. It's meant to stand in and get your picture taken in front of it. We have a lot of people that come for proms and weddings, any type of birthdays. I was taking a walk one day at lunchtime, and I came around the corner and there was a 95-year-old lady. It was her birthday that day, and her daughter had brought her here. They threw little confettis up in the air, and it was just adorable. We want it to be a very interactive alley, and we want to put more interactive things in the alley. So that's what's behind us here. And Chris Dalton is responsible for this piece of public art also. Chris gives a lot of her free time and her own blood, sweat, and tears to do something. If she was to do this in a different town, it costs about $15,000.
So you worked on a few of the murals here in town. How many?
I can't say right off the top of my head. The city of Sanford asked for artists to submit entries on different subjects, and this particular one was for J.D. McDuffie, who was a race car driver here in Sanford. He was brought up here. He never won any race, but he ran in 653 cup starts, which is pretty phenomenal. Everybody said he was very loving, caring, and his perseverance to keep racing year after year without having any sponsors.
So Liz, we're here at the Butterfly mural, but how many murals do you guys have around town?
We have 13, and we have J.D. McDuffie is in process, and we have 3 more coming up this fiscal year. One is the Piedmont Blues.
So do you guys have any upcoming events you'd like to talk about?
One that's related to public art, or to art in general, is the Sanford Brush and Palette Club Art Show, which is the entire first week of October. And you want to see some gorgeous art, it's just unbelievable. And you'll see a lot of Chris's work showcased there. She'll have a lot of sculptures in there and mixed media. So if you want to see some more of her work, that's a good place to go. But we have amazing artists.
So with that being said, where can we find you guys on social media or online?
We have a Facebook page, the City of Sanford Appearance Commission. All of our public art is posted on there. There's an album for every single piece of public art. We also have an app called AutoCast, and whatever town you're in internationally, you open up the AutoCast app and it takes you to that town. So on ours, it takes you to downtown, takes you to Sanford, and you can go through and see all the photographs from start to finish. They're all on there, and there's a narration, and there's a map, and an address that tells you everything.
Be sure to give you a follow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi guys, we're here at Libations 139 with Chef Ham of Chef Ham Inc. So tell us a little bit about Libations 139.
Sure. So Libations 139, we have been here a little over 3 years in this location. Sanford, I've been here for 15 years with Chef Ham Inc. with our Cafe 121 and Buttermilk location. The Libations concept, we opened as a craft bar, serving 16 beers on draft, signature cocktails using everything made from scratch, including our food. We have a small kitchen in this facility, but our other facilities close by, and so everything we do is scratch made. And we're just kind of a neighborhood restaurant and bar that's got hopefully a nice atmosphere for people to enjoy.
And you mentioned you have 16 different craft beers as well as your own signature cocktails. I'm actually having one. This is the watermelon mojito?
Watermelon margarita.
The watermelon margarita, and it is so delicious.
And with our drink menu, I should mention also that we do change seasonally, so the watermelon margarita will go away after this weekend, and then we'll get ready to start a little mini menu before our fair menu, which will feature some cotton candy drinks and things seasonally with what's going around and also with what's happening in our community. So using local ingredients for our cocktails and our food is important to us. We feature tacos, a lobster roll, which is hugely popular, as well as sandwiches and salads. Our breads are all scratch made, and then of course we have some desserts as well. We in our other locations, we focus a lot on dietary restrictions, and we don't negate that here. We have a vegan taco and nacho. We also have gluten-free dishes, which are important to our consumers. And then we have desserts, and our desserts are always an item of the week.
Chef, I love that you mentioned that you have food for everyone to come here and enjoy, because you have vegan options and gluten-free options. That's so amazing. I know that we have tried some of the nachos here that are really delicious. You mentioned that you have other locations. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Here in Sanford, we have Cafe 121, which is my oldest location. That was a dine-in, sit-down restaurant and catering and market. Now, after the pandemic, we've transitioned and we are an outdoor seated restaurant with indoor events, rehearsal dinners, and then we have a huge market of ready-to-eat foods. Again, focusing on dietary restrictions, local seasonality of foods, and everything is made in-house. So we don't outsource anything. We make our breads, our pies, our dressings. We buy locally in any way that we can. And then we have our newest concept, which is Buttermilk Biscuit Bar, which is a virtual ghost kitchen model. And it is in one of our venue rooms in the morning hours, and it's set up as a lounge area with full online ordering. So it's called a ghost kitchen because you don't meet staff, you don't speak to anyone, it's all done virtually. The food, of course, is scratch made. Our biscuits we make from scratch and all the ingredients and components. But when you walk in, you order on the app and you walk in and it's ready to take out or enjoy in the lounge area or even outside on a patio. We've only been open, I think, 6 weeks for that concept. It's the first in this community. I know some of our larger cities have some ghost model options and delivery sourced locations, but this is a first for us. And sticking to that made from scratch model is very important to our brand. But we feel like it's been well received thus far. And I should mention in that we also have gluten-free biscuits, so that's almost unheard of. So again, trying to focus on those dietary restrictions and being welcoming to all audiences.
Amazing. All right, Chef, where can we find you on social media?
The website is chefham.com, but each location has a domain that links to it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Chef. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you.
Hi guys, we're here at Burt's Furniture and we're talking with the co-owner, Miss Emily McCracken. Looking around, it's just so much to see. Tell us a little bit about Burt's Furniture.
We're kind of iconic in Sanford in that we have been in business since the mid-'80s. My father-in-law started here many years ago. We love the old furniture and anything that's kind of unique or funny or odd or whatever. Those are the things that we really want to find.
So Emily, where do you get most of your antiques from?
My usual answer is we get them every place you can think of and a couple places you probably don't want to know about. But a lot of estates come to us and people cleaning out Grandma's barn, and those are the best places to really find all the treasure.
What are some of the most interesting things that you have found?
Well, we have found a few things that are definitely one of a kind. One of them is, as we put it, we've had an 8-foot-tall naked woman. She was actually an Art Nouveau statue that came from a lingerie shop in New York City.
Wow.
And we had her in our front door for several years. And
Naked?
yes. Well, she wore a mask during the pandemic.
So Emily, are most of your customers like here in Sanford, or are they from out of town?
We do have a lot of local customers, but one interesting group of customers that we have work with the film industry in Wilmington, and our treasures have ended up on several film sets. Currently it's on George and Tammy, which is the story of George Jones and Tammy Wynette. One show that I think a lot of you are familiar with was Sleepy Hollow. The set decorators from there came in and they bought all kinds of things. But what we usually found on the set were like the nastiest, dirtiest, creepiest things that they had rummaged up out of the back room. And I would always laugh and think, this is what they picked to put on the show, but somehow it all worked.
All right, Emily, it has been an interesting day here. So do you guys have any upcoming events?
I think our next big event is going to be our Downtown Street Fest. There's a local artist here named Kevin Petty who is going to be doing some painting on one of our church benches, leaving doors and windows blank so that children can paint in themselves or their dog or their mom or whatever they feel like painting. And he does illustrations also for children's books, which he's working on a new one right now, which is going to be a Halloween story. And the author that he works with is going to be here as well. So we'll be having Kevin painting. We'll allow kids to paint in their own things, and the author's going to be here doing book signings.
And where can we find you online?
We are on Facebook and Instagram as Burt's Furniture.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Emily. It's been a
Well,
pleasure.
thank you. It's been great to meet you.
We just finished interviewing with Miss Emily McCracken of Burt's Furniture, and we ran into Miss Kelly Ladotti, who is the Downtown Sanford Executive Director. What's going on? What's coming up here in Sanford?
What's not going on in downtown Sanford? We are about to hit fall, so we are excited about all the events that are going to be coming up. We launch our music series next weekend, or next Thursday actually. So we are going to be dancing through the decades this fall for 4 concerts. So we'll start with Band of Oz, then we hit 80s Nation. 120 Minutes is another band that'll be playing. They're a 90s cover band. And then we're gonna wrap it up with country music from all the decades with John Norris. So we're excited about that starting next week.
Sounds so much fun. Are any of those local bands?
Yes, John Norris is a local band, and as well as members from 120 Minutes. So we do try to find a nice mix of regional bands for that draw of out of town, as well as supporting our local artists.
Wow, that sounds incredible. Where can we find out more information about this upcoming event?
So we'd love it if you follow us at Downtown Sanford Incorporated on Facebook. We also have Instagram and Twitter. We're trying out a new thing. And then we have a webpage, www.downtownsanford.com, that has our calendar of events. We'll have a festival in October, and then we finish the year in December with a huge train and tree lighting and a Sunday with Santa event. So lots to do all the time.
Wow, I'm so looking forward to those upcoming events. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Absolutely, thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications to keep up with all of our adventures. I'd like to thank Gator Metal Roofing for sponsoring today's video. Now let's check in with a recent customer to see how their experience was. Hi guys, Audrey and Al here, and we're here with the Ioagi family. So can you tell us a little bit about your recent experience with Gator Metal Roofing?
So as you can see, we have a traditional southern home, and we decided when we knew we needed a new roof that we would look at both options, but that this house would benefit and be complemented by having the traditional old southern metal roof. Kazi had done his research, and we spoke with 4 different roofing companies, and we located Gator Company and had a great relationship with Mark, who was the first person here to represent them. And from there, it just went so quickly.
Wow, that sounds so great. So what made you decide to go with a metal roof?
Just a traditional look. It's going to last longer than an asphalt shingle roof. So if we were going to make the investment into a roof, we figured we'd do it right the first time.
The people that came to actually work on the roof, the people who were doing the work, were wonderful. They were so polite while they were here. We actually have a dog who's very social, and every morning he wanted to greet them. They were very polite with him, and they worked around us when we needed to enter the house, and they did everything very quickly and cleaned up tremendously after it was done.
I am so glad to hear that you're satisfied, because your roof looks a little complicated. Can you tell us about the color that you chose and why you chose that color?
Definitely went with the traditional black. The shutters were already black. If someone else ever wanted to repaint the house, we thought black was the easiest to work with, but it definitely conveys the old southern charm.
What do you think are some of the advantages of having a metal roof?
You know, studies show the efficiency of a metal roof. It's going to lower our power bills, so that's something we're looking forward to.
Whenever anyone is driving by a house and they have a metal roof there, everyone always goes, oh, look, that house has a traditional metal roof. And now our house also conveys that. So we know that when the time ever comes that we will need to sell this house, that is going to be definitely a bonus for us putting the house up for sale. That it's not just a traditional, but it has a metal roof. And when people ask us how we had it done, who did it for us, we definitely will recommend Gator.
Alrighty, well that is so great to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.